Hello everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. In this video I will be showing you how to make cloth doll hands like these. As you can see, they are posable. So obviously the first thing you need is a pattern for a hand and the material that you'll be using. This is Kona cotton sand coloured, which is what I use for all my dolls. So you first need to trace around the pattern using a mechanical pencil. Okay, so once you've drawn around your pattern, I tend to just fix it with a pin in the middle. Okay, don't cut around it yet. If you just cut a square, then take it to your sewing machine, sew carefully around the pencil lines. I use stitch length number 1. Okay, so this is the hand sewn, very, very small stitches. Make sure that there's about 3 or 4 stitches in between each finger. That makes it easier to turn. The next thing you need to do is cut it out. Very sharp scissors and as close to the stitches as possible. Make sure you get as close to the stitches as possible in between the fingers. Without cutting the stitches. Right, the next thing you need is the fray check. I always use this one. And your finger turners. So go around the stitches with the fray check. Follow the stitch line, paying careful attention to the area in between the fingers. Right, so take your finger turners with a large one, insert it into the finger. I find it's easy if you separate the 2 pieces of material. So you need to put it down on a surface. Gradually ease up the material either side. Okay, so that's the first one. Right, so after you've turned the fingers through that far, you take your forceps and pull each finger till it comes through. Okay, so you should be left with something like this. And what I do then is I take the large finger turner and insert it into each finger. Pull it gently, push it gently. Okay, so there you have the finished hand. Right, so the next thing you need are the pipe cleaners. I use just a normal length of pipe cleaner cut in half. So measure roughly the length of a finger, turn it over, twist it. The next thing you need is florist's tape. This is self-sticking, but you have to stretch it first, otherwise it won't stick. So pull that, find the end, and then just a couple of turns. Okay, and there's your finger. Okay, so repeat that until you've got 5 fingers, or 5 pipe cleaners. Right, so take the first one. I tend to start with a little finger. Okay, push it slowly in. You can use forceps if you want. Okay. Okay, repeat for each finger. Okay, with the thumb, I tend to cross it over these 4 fingers. So push it in on an angle. Okay, fold the wrist part up so you can see what you're doing. Okay, and with the thumb, twist it a couple of times around the 4 other pipe cleaners. Take the ends of those, bend them up, and continue wrapping around. Press in the end, make sure there's nothing sticking out, and then just to seal it, get your florist tape and wrap it a few times around there. Okay, so there you have a flat hand. And then the next thing we do is just put a little bit of stuffing in there. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is just add a little bit of stuffing into the fingers. So this will be the palm of the hand. I'll put a little bit in these. Take your forceps and just a little bit of whatever stuffing you like to use for your dolls. This is just polyester. And then push it just to the base of the finger. You only need a little bit. And then what I like to do is get the finger turner and just gently push the stuffing up a little bit to the top of the finger. maybe use the little one just to get it a little bit higher up. Okay. Right, okay, so once you've done that, take a longer piece of stuffing and just try and edge it along the top, just underneath each finger to make the pad. Okay, push it up to the base of each finger. Okay, and then you've got a little bit of a pad there. And you want to, then just a little bit for the palm of the hand. Try not to make it too full. Okay, try and even it out a little bit. Okay. And then I just put a little bit at the back just so you can't feel the pipe cleaners. Okay, so that could be a finished hand. If you want to add knuckles, then just put a few stitches in, which I'll show you how to do now. Right, okay, so to sew the palm, push up the stuffing, and if you want to like mark it with a forceps, makes it a little bit easier to see what you're doing. Okay, so take your quite a long needle and some strong thread. A couple of stitches in the wrist. This will be hidden because it'll go inside the arm. Okay, so you can sort of see the line that you're aiming for. You put the needle up. You want to be sewing in between each finger. Okay, very small stitch in through to the back. Okay, very small stitch in, cross over to the next finger. Pull it slightly. Small stitch. And then if you can reach back down to where you started. Okay, pull it tight. And a couple of stitches there just to finish it off. Okay, here we are, one finished hand. I'll show you how to do the nails then. Right, now for the nails. I tend to use very, very fine tip pens because they don't bleed as much into the fabric. These are Stapler. Right, so for the nails, I don't go right the way round. I just go around the bottom, so you can see with your own finger. That's the most prominent part. So just go down the edge, the moon bit there, down the other edge. Okay, so go through each finger like that. And there it is, the finished hand. You can also make it look more realistic, give it some joints. So take your forceps, slightly bend the tip of the finger up. Okay, so sometimes I just leave them like that, sometimes I get a white fabric marker and just go over the tips. Okay, so I'm going to put the nails on this. What I use is Zig Fabricolor. I actually bought this one from Jan Horrock's website. So what you need to do then is just at the very tip, just do a little line. Okay, you can also make it more lifelike by giving it some knuckles. I'll use the same pen as I did for the nails, and then you just do a couple of little. Okay, there you have it. You could also use white acrylic paint for the nails. The fabric colour hasn't come out very well, so I'll probably have to do another layer on that. But there we are, one finished hand. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more doll making videos. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. You can find me on my Facebook page by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you.